Welcome to Leavenworth, Washington. This was once a logging town, and it has turned into the cutest little Germany attraction. From shops to restaurants to the great outdoors, there is something for everyone to enjoy, and it should definitely be on your next bucket list.
Let's talk food. There are so many restaurants here that we couldn't get to them all on this trip, but here are a few must-tries. Munch and Haws is still on my bucket list. We did not actually dine here, but I for sure am coming back because they serve authentic Bavarian sausages and you can choose over 20 condiments and specialty mustards. You can get other sausages around here. There are plenty of restaurants that do serve it, but I think the big draw on this location is their beer garden in the back. The atmosphere really pulls you in. It looks like a really fun place to go to. And if you have kids and you think, oh, it's a beer garden, I can't take my kids in, kids are definitely more than welcome to join you. If you're looking for a really good breakfast place without the long lines, check out Peru's Kitchen and Bar.
All right, we just got done with breakfast and
brunch.
Or brunch,
yeah,
because we had a late sleeper here.
I died last night, guys. Like straight up.
Breakfast was really good. We want to go to a place called Louis.
Yeah.
Because that's really popular out here, but because he got up so late, the wait was a bit long.
Yeah, so like an hour and a half. So
we decided to just wander around and try to find somewhere else for breakfast, and we came across Peru's.
Yeah.
And I had their crab Benedict. It was like crab and shrimp Benedict. And it was 2 portions. Usually Benedicts, like, they come with like a English muffin. This did not. So it's very high in protein, which is really good if you're walking around.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be really filling for today, which is great. It tastes like the ocean. It's delicious. And you got the
red velvet waffles.
Yes, he's more of a sweet tooth person any time of day, not just in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was good. The raspberries were really, really, really fresh, which added a nice brightness to that thick waffle batter.
Yeah. Tastes like a red velvet cake.
Here is a quick look at the overall menu and a QR code if you want to make reservations for this particular restaurant. I do want to point out, if you see that little fuzzy hair from my mic or something that got on the lens, I am so sorry, but it's not throughout this whole entire video either. It just pops up here and there. Yes, I am aware of it. Well, after all that food, it is definitely time to digest some of it. So what better way than to take a look at some art? And this local artist, he does amazing photography. I just love his concept of all the nature. His name is Peter James, and he has a gallery up there. I highly recommend checking it out. It's just stunning. All right, well, I think it is now dinner time, and we are going to the Larch, which is a sister company from this morning's breakfast at Peru's. They do homemade, handmade pasta, which is, mwah. I mean, I'm telling you, this pasta is so good. So here is a look at like the overall menu of everything that they have. So I'm just kind of going to brush through this real fast, but of course you can always go to their website to take a closer look at everything. For starters to drink, I got this hibiscus cocktail. I love hibiscus tea, and this was just a really elevated cocktail drink that I thought was great for summertime. Now, I know you're not supposed to fill up on bread before your main course, but we saw this bread and spreads trio and we could not pass it up. You had your French baguette, you had focaccia and rosemary. The breads were amazing, along with the little sides. You had the sun-dried tomato pesto compound butter, an orange marmalade, and an olive tapenade. It was so much fun to kind of like not just choose one, but to play around with different like flavors and textures. And then for my main course, look at this. This is just beautiful in itself, this picture. It was a macaroni with Cajun cream sauce, scallops, clams, mussels, and andouille sausage. I was in seafood heaven. And then for William's main course, he got the lamb usabuco. It was a grass-fed braised lamb shank with apricot demi-glaze and roasted peaches, creamy polenta, and asparagus. If you kind of like a little bit more of sweetness, almost like candied bacon, if you kind of like candied bacon, this is definitely going to be the meal for you. All right. You know we cannot end this video without closing it with dessert. So we went to the gingerbread factory. Not only is this place super cute to look at, they have tons of gingerbread houses decorated, but it's not just for looks. Their desserts are definitely on point. You're going to want to come here, get dessert, get breakfast pastries for the next morning, come to the gingerbread factory. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of breeze through so you get a glimpse of a lot of their other baked goods and cookies that they have here, and then I will show you what we got. So if you know my husband, you know he is a connoisseur of cinnamon rolls. So he had to get this. You guys, this thing is bigger than my head. It was huge. He ate it for dessert and breakfast the next morning. And I got their shortbread raspberry filled cookie. This was buttery, flaky, coated with tons of powdered sugar. Be careful when you eat this because you will choke on it, but it is so good. Definitely one of my favorite cookies to get here. So I just wanted to point out one more unique thing about this bakery. Usually when you go into a bakery, they might have 1 or 2 tables to sit at and you just get your baked goods to go. This place is almost set up like a full-blown restaurant, so you can have your cup of coffee, your dessert. It's such a unique, enjoyable place to have your sweet treat. All right, you guys, you know what time it is. Go ahead, like, subscribe, all that stuff if you want to, but most of all, go out there, explore, eat some good food, and remember that an ordinary life is truly extraordinary.
It's delicious, especially on a hot summer. So this huckleberry.